The best tennis players in the world are set to hit the hard courts of New York for the 2023 U.S. Open, and Daily Express Sports US takes a stab at who has the best shot of glory in Flushing Meadows. The U.S. Open gets underway on Monday, August 28, and, as usual, there will be plenty to look out for at the final Grand Slam of the year. The biggest question mark heading into the next 2 weeks is, can anyone stop Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic? It is a Grand Slam that has produced 5 different men's champions in the last 5 years. A bit of a different look from the other majors. Until Alcaraz win over Djokovic at Wimbledon in July, the other 3 Grand Slams had been by one of the big 3, Djokovic, Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal, since 2017. World rankings are one thing, a player's record on the surface is another that could impact who will come out on top. It's all just as slippery as the hard courts can get when it rains in Queens. With that, Daily Express Sports US has taken a little bit of each of the current rankings, Grand Slam records and history at the US Open, mixed it all together and compiled the top 10 power rankings for men's singles at the 2023 US Open. 1. Novak Djokovic. World ranking. 2. First round opponent. Alexander Muller. While Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Andy Murray and Stan Wawrinka have all faded over time, Djokovic seems, remarkably, to be getting better with age. Injury problems are few and far between for the Serb, who has reached the final in 8 of the last 9 Grand Slams he has played in, winning 6 to become the men's singles all-time Grand Slam champion with 23 titles. For good measure, he is a 3-time U.S. Open champ, although not since 2018, and topped Alcaraz in a grueling 3-setter at the Cincinnati Open this August. The draw has set up well for the number 2 seed too, and he's our favorite to lift the trophy. 2. Carlos Alcaraz. World ranking. 1. First round opponent. Dominic Koepfler. Despite that defeat to Djokovic in another thriller last week, Carlitos would be a worthy favorite and could have easily been atop this list, but the draw eventually dropped him down a spot. The world number 1, defending U.S. Open champion and the winner of the last major, after knocking off the all-time men's Grand Slam leader in a stone-cold Wimbledon Classic, does have a rough go to the Sept. 10. He's expected to see Jannik Sinner as the quarters and Daniil Medvedev in the semis on the harder side of the draw. 3. Jannik Sinner. World ranking. 6. First round opponent. Yannick Hanfmann. The Italian has enjoyed a breakthrough over the last couple of months. A run to the semifinal at Wimbledon was his first at the Grand Slam level, and he followed it up with a first-ever Masters title in Toronto. He is widely regarded as the new era's main rival to Alcaraz, and 7 of his 8 titles have been on hard courts, including 2 Miami Opens. 4. Daniil Medvedev. World ranking. 3. First round opponent. Attila Balazs. It is a surprise that Medvedev has not added to his lone Grand Slam title since his straight sets win over Djokovic in New York 2 years ago. The 2021 champion has a love-hate relationship with the fans since getting under their skin in his run to the final in 2019. He took as much delight in taunting them as he did in seeing off his opponents. Masters titles in Miami and Rome are high points for him this season. And reaching Wimbledon's semifinal hinted that his best form is not far away, even if the consistency is not quite there. 5. Holger Rune. World ranking. 4. First round opponent. Roberto Carlos Baena. The 20-year-old Dane is coming off quarterfinal appearances at Roland Garros and Wimbledon, giving him 3 deep Grand Slam runs under his belt. The phenomenal feats of Alcaraz make it easy to forget life on tour is tough for the younger players, but Rune is adjusting nicely. 2 previous appearances in New York are reasons for encouragement. As an 18-year-old qualifier in 2021, he took a set off Djokovic in a first-round defeat, and last year he reached the 3rd round as the 28th seed. 6. Casper Ruud, world ranking. 5. First round opponent. Qualifier. 3 finals and 3 second-round exits at the last 6 Grand Slam tournaments tell you it is very much boom or bust for the 24-year-old Norwegian who is probably more at home on clay courts. The runner-up at the French Open for the last 2 years, he was beaten in 4 sets by Alcaraz in a surprise run to the US Open final last year. Much depends on his mood but looks good to make the quarters once again.